People will reject you. People will not like you. People will say nasty things about you for whatever stupid reason. Remember I said you got to make mistakes to learn? You got to burn to learn sometimes. Sometimes you just got to
Yeah.
put that hand up on the burner because you ain't going to learn no other way, right? Because you ain't going to take no one's advice. You're not going to listen to nobody. You got the whole world done figured out, don't you? You know those people you can't tell them anything because they know everything?
Yep.
What they say about pride in the fall. Look out. I neglected my wife. My priorities were out of whack. The Terminator's coming. It's real. The singularity. We're all gonna die. No one's gonna have any jobs. Are you kidding me, man? Get that out of here. So first of all, if you're scared, that's okay. We'll give you a hug. I'm sure the guy who made horseshoes was scared when he saw the Model T Ford too. He knew his job was gone.
What is up, beautiful people? Welcome back once again to the Coffee with Kofi podcast. See, a year ago, James told me you can't make a humble person feel bad. He learned this after some very sad times, but now his company LiveSwitch has a new super smart helper and everyone wants to talk to him. So today I'll be asking what happens when the world wants to make a humble person famous? Does being humble get harder? And if you missed our first chat, James is a guy who's a part of a team that built huge companies, and James himself has built churches after losing his best friends. Now he's back to share his secrets for growing a company that cares, using smart computers to help people, and the big lessons he's learned since the idea took off. James, it's great to have you back, brother.
Hey, I'm grateful to be back with Coffee with Kofi. I'm on my second cup of coffee, so if I'm talking too fast, slow me down. That's the caffeine talking, man.
I love to hear that. Let's go. Also, guys, make sure you stay tuned as well, too, because we'll be sharing easy tips about being a good leader and using cool new tools. And my favorite part, you will want to stay until the very end because James is going to be telling us the biggest mistake that he made in the last year whilst the company was growing so fast. And I know a lot of people can really relate to that. So with that being said, James, once again, brother, welcome back. Last time that we spoke, we talked about your amazing story. Now it feels like you're everywhere. Like people love your message about being humble. How do you stay humble when you're getting so popular? Is it hard?
That's a good question. No, I mean, I think when you gain influence, influence friends and the books we read, it's just because I got something to share. Like I have something of value to share. I'm here to share. Like I'm not here to get famous, right? That's just a byproduct of that. I have something to share. And if I have something real to share, and if you have something real to share, and you've taken the time to share something of substance, because a lot of people share stuff all the time that has no substance. You're like, oh, well, all right. But if you come across something with substance, you're like, that tastes a little different. That smells a little different, So like, I want to be a man of substance, you know what I mean? That is something of quality to share because of character, right? We're talking about humility, right? Although I give kudos, I would never say this, but too many times, but like my son, all right. So I have a few adopted children. They're fantastic. They come from humble beginnings, you know what I mean? And I'm grateful to get to serve them and love them and to be their father. My son has two things he wants to be when he grows up. All right. One is he wants to be a builder. He loves building Legos. He just loves building stuff. The other thing, though, that he says he wants to be is he wants to be kind. Kind. I'm like, who says that? I'm like, and do you walk on water as well, young man? Like, my son is a young man of character. He's got so much character. He definitely puts others above himself. And he just celebrated his birthday, 11th birthday, and all of his cards, he got to read them out loud. And every card, including cards from his classmates and everything, said he was kind.
Wow.
You know what I mean? So like there's some substance and character, right? And if you have some character, it might not make you famous. It might make you famous in your family. It might make you famous in your community. It's not the goal, right? That's not the goal. But when you show some character and you stand out a little bit because of that character, sometimes you do, in fact, become a little famous. Just like I was talking about starting churches. I think this guy got famous, and in the Bible, I think we still talk about him. I saw some like, have you seen the where they have the betting things, like all the new betting markets?
Yeah.
So there's one I saw the other day that people are betting that this is the year Jesus comes back, and there's now a 6% chance on
What?
the betting market. So I'm like, this is nuts, man.
That is actually hilarious. What? I have never heard of that. So people are betting on that. I'm guessing it's Kalshi and everything that they're
Oh
betting
yeah,
on.
it's on Kalshi. There's a 6% chance that Jesus is coming back. So there you go, Kofi. There you go.
I love to
He's
hear that.
still famous. He's still famous. They
He
didn't
is
say his
still
Elvis
famous.
coming back, Tupac coming back. Like Jesus coming back. All right, then here we go.
I love to hear it. Oh
Apparently
my
Tupac
God.
didn't die, just so y'all know. There's probably a Kalshi on that one too.
Yeah. I love to hear it, brother. Man, you're cracking me up. And that's really interesting as well, too, because for your son to what would you think? Because you asked that question, and it makes me wonder, because as always, a son will always take after his father, who is like, the role model. What makes you think he really just put that notion of I want to be kind? Like how do you get your son to be like that, especially in this unpredictable day and age right now?
Yeah. I don't know always, right?
Mm,
Because I don't always want to take credit because my wife is a
mm.
superhero. He might be taking after my wife, Kofi. There you go. So
I love that.
it might not be me.
It might
Like,
be your wife.
don't let me steal someone else's credit. That could be my wife.
I love that.
I will. He spends most of the time with her, so like it's probably her, and she's way cooler than me. You should have her on the podcast. You get me?
Oh, yeah. We should make that happen.
I
We should
know,
make that
man.
happen.
No, she's great, man. So this beginning of last year,
Mm,
I started doing these ancient practices. There's all these practices out there. And
mm,
one of these things was called listening prayer. And I was like, listening prayer? Like, what is that?
mm,
And, like, again, I grew up atheist, guy. So, like, I haven't tried all this stuff before. Like,
mm,
but it's been around a long time. And basically, all you do is you go somewhere and just say, I'm listening. Like, I'm listening. So, in the morning, every morning, I go and stand out in my backyard. I look out in the forest, and I'm like,
mm,
I'm making myself available. And week after day, we got nothing. I was like, I ain't getting nothing. Like, and I'm not trying to manufacture it, and I'm like,
mm,
I don't got nothing. Well, one day I got out there and I feel this little like nudge of like, you
mm,
gotta one thing like, and before COVID, my family used to go into the hospice and sing. We're big singers. All my family were big singers. So, and I
yeah.
play guitar, and one of my daughters plays the fiddle, another one plays the banjo, and we're here in the mountains, y'all. So I play some bluegrass music, and if you don't know what I'm talking about, just check it out. It might not be your flavor, but
I love it.
whatever. And so I just felt this nudge to get back into the hospice and sing to people on their way out, basically be the Walmart greeter to heaven. You know what I mean? And
Mm,
get in there
mm,
and sing old school songs like Amazing Grace and some old
mm,
kind of like hymns and gospels and different things like that. Kind of just read the room on like what someone might like to hear. Like feel like, oh, that's Daddy's favorite song, and like great, that's what I wanted it to be. And so then we start going in, and I bring my son in and bring my whole family in, and we're singing to people. And sometimes we don't even make it to the room, and the person dies. But sometimes people die while we're there. Like that has a little pink light that goes on. So like we'll have sung, and then boom, person gone. So like I'm bringing my son in there. We're over people like in their last gasping for air. Sometimes their families are in there. It's very emotional, and we're singing
wow.
these old hymns and gospels, and it
Mm,
just brings tears because it
mm,
touches something deep
mm,
inside. And so maybe he gets it from there, because
wow.
we don't ask for nothing. We try to serve quietly. I'm not looking for any attaboys. I'm not even telling you this to get attaboys. I'm just saying, like, you ask where this might come from. I got
Mm,
to put my people, my family, as well as
mm,
people around me, and I bring other people in this and just bring them into situations that are humbling. Like
mm,
watching someone die, how humbling is it to let another family come in your room with your last hour of life? That's humble.
mm.
Forget me just walking in there. That person is, and I'm going to come and sing a song to you, over you. Dude, I don't know. Maybe it comes from there. I don't know. But like, you gotta, like, my kids, they go and they serve food at the women's
Mm,
shelter every month. All my neighbors bring all this food. We go over there, and my son scoops the chips or scoops the
mm,
beans or scoops the rice and puts it on these ladies who are going through a tough time. And he
mm,
looks them in the eye, and he's a good looking boy. And so like, he's like, and he's gentle and sweet and kind. And so he gets put in places where he needs to be kind. On a
mm.
death or someone's most humble moment, asking for a meal. Can you imagine, Kofi? Maybe
Wow.
someone listening, you've asked for a meal. I actually think it takes more humility to ask for help than to give the help and to
Yeah.
take the help. because a lot of us, we don't want to take help. We got this thing
Yeah.
called pride. And I mean, today I don't have to ask for a meal, but that don't mean tomorrow I don't need to ask for a meal. I don't know what's going to happen to me.
Hmm.
Um, anyway,
Dude.
maybe. Long
Yeah.
answer to a short question.
Yeah, no, I love that. That is very, very introspective. And again, brother, once again, you are guys, James is one of the honestly best human beings I've come to meet and know. And I know a lot of human beings. And James, the way he can just give in different types of ways is very, very it is daunting to a point. Like it's very, very surprising. And brother, it speaks volumes as to how for your child to write that he wants to be kind, where he gets it from you, from the superhero mom. It is amazing. And that's such a blessing. I'm really happy for you there, brother.
Yeah,
Truly.
I'm proud to be his dad. I'm
Yeah.
like this kid. I mean, we all
I
have
love
different strengths, but
Yeah. Yeah.
that's his. So I'm grateful.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Okay. So then now you have been on a lot of shows, essentially, in the past year. Over
Mhm.
150 shows, essentially, at this point, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. Yeah. Most leaders normally do this to make more money. But what's the real reason for you? Because I know you is not about money. What is the big idea you really want to share with everyone right now?
Um, I don't care about the money. Like I could
Mhm.
retire now. I'm stupid enough to keep building another business, but hey, here I am. Right. So,
Mm,
um, I actually care about people. It's kind of weird.
mm,
Like it's kind of weird. I actually like care about you as a person, Kofi. Like I want to
mm.
see it go well for you. And I got a story I could share here in a minute that I've
Yeah.
shared with you before the show that blew me away this week. You
Mm,
know, well, maybe that's the perfect segue. Here's why I do it. Let me tell
mm,
you exactly. So, as Kobe mentioned, I've been on over 150 podcasts as a guest. Okay. But like I got to be on this one podcast called the Door to Door Podcast. All right. These
mm,
guys go door to door. I used to go door to door selling painting. I know what it is to hit the street to make
mm,
ends meet. Like I've been wearing my shoes out. My father built the house I was born in. I'm a blue
mm,
collar kid. I didn't come from nothing. So I don't
mm,
mind beating the street because I'm like, I got to get the money so I can pay the bills.
mm,
And so
mm,
I'm on this door to door podcast, and I'll say on the podcast, and I'll say it here too. Like, if you guys want to reach out to me, test me in this, I will make time for you. Like,
mm,
I will literally make. It's just people don't reach out. They're busy.
mm,
They heard it. They got to look me up. They got to. It takes a little bit of work, and
mm,
we all don't need one more thing to do, right? But I
mm,
say, hey, reach out. I'll spend whatever time with you.
mm,
Well, this guy reaches out to me and he's like, I just don't think you'd even reach out. So I'm just seeing if you would. I'm like, yeah, here's my link. Book some time. We get on the call, and this guy, probably late 20s, early 30s,
mm,
I was kind of worried about him from a mental health standpoint. I was like, he seems to be in a tough spot. Like,
mm,
he really wants to make some more money. He wants to get married. He's like, I can't afford to be a husband. Like
mm,
I can't even buy the ring for the lady. Like I know I should probably get in sales, but I've never sold. And I was
mm,
listening door to door, maybe to get, and I was like, hey man, you don't have to take this advice. Like you can throw it in the trash can. But I was like, what you're listening to is what you should do. If you want to be in
mm,
sales and you've never sold and nobody will give you a sales job, go to where I know they will give you a sales job.
mm,
Go to like a solar company or a pest company or one of these companies that have you go door to door. It's hard to
mm.
find people that will do that. So that's
Yeah.
why you'll probably get the job offer and you've got,
Yeah.
and if but I'm like, you're probably going to hate it every morning. You'll be
Mm,
like, oh my goodness, you got to go in the neighborhood. You got to get that thinking out of your mind.
mm,
I want you to visualize putting a ring on the finger of the lady that you love and
mm,
just go knock for that. Have a reason,
mm,
or that you just want to build up your community, or that you
mm,
believe in these solar panels. And I guess it's good for the earth, right? So like
mhm,
find something to believe in, not like that you want the money or the nice new car, because when you buy the thing and get the thing, have we all not bought the car and then 4 months later you're looking for the new car? You know what I
mm,
mean? Or you got the shiny thing you wanted. It's
mm,
like a stomach. We just kind of eat, consume it, and we want the next meal. We forget how to
mm,
practice gratitude. Well, this dude, I don't hear from him for 6 months, like nothing. And
mm,
this week, I get a LinkedIn message from this guy, and it's a picture of himself with this beautiful girl with her hand up in the air with a big diamond on it. And he goes, James, I took your advice. I started working for a solar company. I knocked on doors for 5 months, which led me to get this next job. I just moved to New York City. I'm working where the World Trade is, and I'm working for a finance company. I got plenty of money now. It's only been 6 months, and I got the ring on her finger, man." He's
Oh
like, "I just wanted to let you know." That's why I'm on the microphone. That.
my
You
gosh.
can't make that stuff up, man.
You can't. You just can't beat that. That is impeccable. It still blows my brain, just like what you told me before we started recording. And now that that is some next level something. Because and James, I wonder, for some people watching this, some people always have these they always have these dreams or these hopes. And it's like fear, sometimes it's fear that's stopping them. Sometimes it's just anxiety, all types of things. A lot of people are going through all types of stuff in this day and age, and even more the younger ones, even some older. What would you say to somebody, especially because hearing that type of advice is even crippling, to go and knock doors? Oh my gosh, how can somebody try and even get to that level in order to make that money and become like this person that you just helped give that advice, and now he's living his wildest dreams?
Let me read you a quote. My wife got me this. It's one of my favorite quotes.
I
Hold
love
on.
it. I love it.
Pause commercial break.
Pause commercial break.
All right, I'm coming back here.
Let's go.
This piece of glass has a
Mm,
quote on it, and I'm going to read it to you because you
okay.
talked about fear and all these other things.
Mm-hmm.
People will reject you. People will not like you. People will say nasty things about you for
Mm,
whatever stupid reason.
mm,
It's something you can't even control. They
mm,
might tease you. Maybe you got teased growing up because of
mm,
the way you
mm,
looked or your weight or your whatever, or what you wore, or you didn't have the
mm,
right shoes, or like,
mm.
people can be mean, man. And maybe
Yeah.
you are one of those mean people. Maybe you are one of those mean people. Can you
Mm.
please stop doing that? Nobody, you ain't building no one up. You might make yourself feel like better, but I bet you need a hug too. Like you just need a big warm hug, like Olaf said. Come on. I mean, there's a lot of wisdom in that little snowman.
I love.
But like, here you go. I'm gonna read you this, and it's on
Mm,
glass, so I gotta hold my hand up here.
mm,
This is called, and maybe you've heard it, "The Man in the Arena." There's a dude named Theodore Roosevelt. I think he was the president. He wrote this, and this resonates. "It's not the critic who counts." Everyone's got an opinion, don't they, Kofi?
mhm,
"Not the man who points out where the strong man stumbles,
mm,
or where the doer of deeds could have done them better." Those quarterback QBs. "Oh, I would have done this. I would have." Yeah, you would have done whatever. Get out of my face.
mhm,
"The credit belongs to the man who is actually in the arena, whose face is marred by dust and sweat and blood, who
mm,
strives valiantly, who errs, who comes short again and again, because there is no effort without error or shortcoming, but who does actually strive to do the deeds, do the work, do the dang work, who
mm,
knows great enthusiasms, the great devotions, who spends himself in a worthy cause, who
mm,
at the best knows in the end the triumph of high achievement, and who at the very worst, if he fails, at least he fails daring greatly, so that his place shall never be with those cold and timid souls who neither knew victory nor defeat."
wow.
We always like to talk about victory. We want to hold up the big trophy. We want to have be on a Super Bowl with like Sam Darnold and Kenneth Walker and all the. I'm a football nerd. All
Mm,
right, we all want that, but they didn't interview the losing team. Drake May didn't get up there. They
mm,
just started hate, and they didn't. Stephon Diggs didn't get up there.
mm,
We like to put the winners up there.
mm.
Last I checked, getting to the Super Bowl is kind of cool. Guys start crying at the national anthem.
Yeah.
Well, we don't interview the second place, the first loser. If you ain't first, you're last, right, Kofi? All that crap.
Yeah. All that
But
crap.
they got to the Super Bowl. Did you go to the Super Bowl? I didn't go to the Super Bowl. Did you come second place in the Super Bowl? I didn't come second place.
No.
Right? Would it be cool
Mm,
if you were standing there in the national anthem and they see you crying like the coaches are? Like, "Oh, that's Kofi. That's my boy." You'd be cool for a second or two. You'd be famous and
mm,
influential and, all that stuff. But we don't talk about our failures. But our
mm,
failures are what define us. At least we tried, man. At least you put yourself out there. At least,
mm.
hey, someone told you no because you put it out there. If you're in sales, or if we were just talking about you in marketing. You know what I mean? Like, hey,
Yeah.
maybe you should go door to door. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'd say that's bold. They're gonna
Mm,
remember that. You can say, "Hey,
yeah.
in the next 10 years, you ain't gonna have another marketing guy coming through your door. Like I will come through the door." And imagine if I do that, what I'll do to get your customers. You know what I mean? I'll go that extra mile. you know? But, like, at least you're trying. Like,
Mm,
don't come kicking the broom out of my hand when I'm sweeping, you know? I mean, this ain't the government, everyone watching one person work, you
mm,
know? But, like, we get to work, you know?
mm,
There's no participation awards anymore,
mm,
and everyone gets a trophy thing. That was good for Little League Pee Wee squad, but that's not
mm,
how the world works,
mm,
you know? No
mm.
one's like, "Don't worry, Kofi, you had a bad month in sales. Let me take care of those bills for you." Has that happened to you yet, Kofi? It hasn't happened for
Mm.
me.
Never happened. That's
Never
for sure.
happened.
Yeah.
Never, you know? And sometimes we fail.
Mm,
Sometimes failure results in business bankruptcy. Most small
mm,
businesses don't make it,
mm,
you know? But, at least we're putting ourselves out there. Pick yourself off the floor and let's try again.
mm,
Dust yourself off and try again. I
mm.
think they got some songs about that. Who used to sing that song? Try again. Just,
Yeah, do yourself and try
you
again, try again.
don't succeed.
Yeah.
Yeah, old school.
Yeah. Oh my God.
That one.
Love
You don't
that.
know I know about R&B. Come on now.
Yeah,
You don't know
brother.
where I
I
come
love
from,
that.
where I grew up.
Oh
Yeah.
my gosh, brother, man. Yeah, that is really hard hitting. That is hard hitting. Like amazing, amazing, amazing advice there. And I know a lot of people can definitely benefit from that. And tying this even into my next question as well, too, because you're a big family man. You're always about like, family time as well, too. Right. Because here I think that's one of the things you adore the most, if not the most thing. Well, aside God, of course. So you told me initially how your company helps other people spend more time with your families.
Mhm.
Now that you're so busy, how do you make sure you have enough time for your own family and for teaching your kids at home as well?
Remember I said you gotta make mistakes to learn? You gotta burn to learn sometimes. Sometimes you just
Yeah,
gotta put that hand up on the burner. Like, "No,
yeah,
go ahead, young man, because you ain't gonna learn no other way." Right? Because you ain't gonna take no one's advice, you're not gonna listen to nobody, you got the whole world done figured out, don't you? Yeah,
yeah,
those people you can't tell them anything because they know everything?
yeah. Oh, yeah,
What they say about pride in the fall, look out.
yeah.
So, in the last company that we took to Monster Company,
Mm,
I neglected my wife
mm,
because I want the big title, I want the big check, I want the big, you know?
mm,
So, I had to learn, and I had to burn to learn, I was like, "I gotta choose my wife, or I
mm,
gotta choose my work."
mm,
And I had to be honest with myself. My priorities were out of whack. I literally
mm.
wrote down, and it can be humbling to write down what you really are your priorities right now.
Yeah,
If you're really honest,
yeah,
you're like, this is, I'm kind of chasing this, and this is number two. And it
yeah,
kind of sucks when you write family like down at the bottom, like towards the bottom. Like I
yeah.
had fitness above family at that time. Like I was hitting the gym every morning. I was eating like 7 meals a day. My brother
Wow.
used to be a professional bodybuilder. I'm a pipsqueak. But like you get discipline, but like I was putting
Mm,
health above that at that time.
mm,
Going to the gym and looking pretty, I guess, was my goal as a young man.
mm.
And so I just had to make a change. I had to
Wow.
walk in and say, "Hey, look, I can't do this like this anymore. I can't do it
Mm,
like this anymore." And I
mm,
don't need to ask my company to change. It's not a company problem. It's not
mm,
the boss asking me to, not
mm,
myself telling me, it was a culture I helped to create,
mm,
like
mm,
sometimes you make your own cage and you put yourself in it and you blame everybody else and you're like, how
mm,
did I get here? Like, yeah, you kind of made your own bed.
mm,
So because I did that, and also because my father, he did that,
mm,
he comes from nothing and he ended up working so much and we didn't get a lot of time together. So
mm.
between like whatever I got to do to eat at that dinner table every night to the best of my ability, I'm going to be at that dinner table
Wow.
with the kids. I'm going to be the one kissing them goodnight,
Mm,
saying the prayers, giving them a kiss, telling them I'm proud of them, tell
mm,
them that their daddy loves them
mm.
every night. And I just
Wow.
had to change my priorities, and let my schedule reflect that, or else I'm just lying to myself. Like, oh, that
Mm,
sounds good, but you got to make the change. You got to
mm,
talk to the man in the mirror. I got
mm.
all these songs going, Kobe.
I love it.
I mean, you listen to that song,
Oh yeah.
that song right there will do it for you,
Oh my God.
I'm asking him to make a change,
Wow.
and it's clear. Like, I just keep
Wow.
going down the whole song, but, like,
Mm,
I'm talking to the man in the mirror right now,
mm.
and I'm asking him to make the change. Am I gonna make the change? I don't know. It sounds good.
Wow.
Maybe I should stop drinking as much, stop overeating as much. Like, do you
Mm,
feel you do you. You
Mm.
know, everyone knows
Mm.
what the man in the mirror might need to hear. It's just the man in the mirror doesn't always want to do what he knows to be doing, the good I need to do and do it. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Because I
Oh
want to
yeah.
like not do anything some days.
Mm.
Some days I just want to do nothing, like not
Mm.
exist,
Mm.
you know? But hey,
Dude.
get up. I'm working on sleeping better. That's been my new thing, like learning how to sleep. I suck at sleeping, Kofi.
Oh really?
I wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning with ideas, and I can't stop the wheels, the
Dude.
wheels, the wheels. And then like
Dude.
right now, I'm training myself. This doesn't need to be fixed right now.
Mm. Yeah.
It'll be there for you, and like just let it be there for future James. Right
Yeah.
now, future James needs James to sleep, and I'm finding that very difficult right now
Wow.
because my mind is turning and burning. But
Yeah.
anyway, that's how you got to do it. You got to make the change. You got to speak truth to yourself. The truth hurts,
Mm.
man. The truth hurts.
It does. It
The
does.
truth will get you killed sometimes too. So just watch out with that truth thing.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, dude, brother, this is, as always, gems, 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 gems. My goodness, and thank you so much as well too for feeling like comfortable enough to being vulnerable as well too to really share that, because it is something that I know I've learned from you. I've learned from some other mentors as well, to successful people, where they always say like the one regret that they had, sometimes in failed marriages, sometimes in fractured marriages that got better, the one regret that they had was they weren't putting their wife first. They were just trying to like get that bread, focused on that. And it's like, and I guess this is a selfish question for myself as well too, and maybe for some other people that are also like listening in on this one. How do you overcome that, where you need the money because you have these ambitious dreams that you're trying to achieve, not for yourself per se, but is normally always for your significant other that you're with. How do you balance that, where you're still able to achieve that? Because I know you know very well, you got to go like a dog that wants a bone like really hard at
You're
that.
darn right.
Get that right? How do you balance that and still give that priority, that attention, to not neglect your significant other or your family?
Yeah, I think you just gotta have a conversation. Like sometimes I gotta tell my wife, "Hey, I need you to come and sit down." Like we have a little place to sit down. Like, we need to talk for a minute, just me and
Mm.
you. Just me
Mm.
and you, and just remind like, "Hey, I'm trying to make that bread so I can like take care of the family. Like I'm trying to grind right now because I'm trying to do X, Y, or Z." And
Mm.
then look at their eyes. Like maybe they agree. Like, yeah, yeah, honey, like go get it.
Mm.
Or we forget like why I'm doing it. Like we want to like get this pile of cash. I was just watching Lord of the Rings with my kids for the first time,
Fire.
watching The Hobbit, and there's this big dragon. If you haven't seen it, there's this monster dragon.
Yeah.
He just sleeps in the gold. Like he went in there and stole all the gold and sleeps in the gold, and he's
Yeah.
just in the gold.
Hmm.
Like Smog is the name of this dragon, and you don't want to be a Smog. Smog he had all the wealth, but
Mm.
nobody in there, nothing,
Mm.
just angry, mad.
Mm.
'Cause
Mm.
they got all the gold, man. You got all the gold, man.
You got it.
Like it's really humbling when you meet someone who's got all the gold
Mm.
and they ain't got no one in their castle.
Mm. Man.
Like what is wealth?
Yeah.
What is wealth? Like what is wealth to you? Some of the
Mm.
wealthiest people I know don't have two nickels to rub together.
Wow.
You know what I mean? But they got the secret figured out.
Mm.
We forget the secret sometimes. Well, I get the wealth first I gotta get the money, then I get
Yeah.
the power, then I
Yeah.
get the girl,
Mm.
then I can do the thing, and then I can serve my. No,
Mm.
no, it's false.
Mm.
You're putting your trust in gold. All right. And hey, there's a time and a place. Like I do recommend saving for retirement, have
Mm.
enough money to give, steal no more, get a job so you have something to share. This is,
Yeah.
biblical wisdom, right? You
Mm.
look it up in the New Testament. Thieves
Mm.
steal no more, get a job so you have something to share. It's like it's right in
Mm.
there, right?
Mm.
Sharing. Remember, it's better to give than receive.
Mm.
We forget that. And sometimes it's time to make time. Put
Mm.
it just like you block in a calendar. Like I blocked in the calendar the podcast. There's my hour with Kofi and
Yeah.
coffee, right?
Yeah.
Block the hour, block it. Literally put it in your calendar if you can't do this and
Mm.
write whatever you need to write to remind yourself why you're doing it. Dinner
Mm.
with the family. I value the X. Maybe,
Mm.
and it doesn't have to be dinner with your family. It can be, Maybe you're like, man, I really need to make time to work out. You know,
Mm,
my body's talking to me. Put it in the calendar.
mm,
Make it a priority. You
mm,
know, where your treasure is, your heart is. It doesn't always have to be treasure. It doesn't always have to be gold,
mm,
right? Well, you got to define
mm,
what your treasure is.
mm.
You might already have enough money. Like there's this one guy. It's like, when are you going to retire? And this was Rockefeller. You ever heard of this dude? Richest
Yeah,
guy.
yeah.
When are you going to retire, Rockefeller? Oh, I just need a little more. A little more of what? What? Haven't you seen and done enough? Like, but that's can be our problem. Like
Mm,
people don't retire and they got enough. Just a
mm.
little more. Just a little
Just
more.
a little
Just a little
more.
more. You have just a little more yourself to the grave.
Mm.
You know. So
That's
define what wealth is to you, and
mm,
then make the change and put it in your calendar. I don't
mm,
know. I haven't gotten this right every time. I ain't
mm,
perfect, you know, but I've
mm.
put my hand on the burner and burned my hand good many times. I'm surprised I still have a hand left, and a wife, and a kid, and the kids, and a company. You know what I mean?
I love
Goodness,
that.
you
I
know.
love that.
Just
Oh
because
my
you're hearing me
God.
on a podcast, don't mean I'm perfect. Because I ain't.
Mm. Mm. Man, oh man, oh man. This is very, 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 very insightful. Thank you so much for sharing that again too as well, James. It's definitely something that I know I've been pondering on about. I've been wondering how it's possible. And now you're sharing all of this as well too. And now a lot of things are turning. Now, speaking of getting that bread and all to try and make stuff go on, I want to talk about Lucky for a second.
All
Right.
right.
So now with Lucky, I want to talk about your new AI helper. So you said it's for real world problems. I remember hopping on LiveSwitch with you and you shared it with me. I literally shared my whole setup in my office space and everything. I was blown away by Lucky, or what Lucky did. So just for like the viewers so that people can understand. Again, you said it's for real world problems. What does that mean exactly? Like what made you think that a smart computer helper was the next big step for LiveSwitch and for people with LiveSwitch?
Oh man. All right. Now you got me cooking. All right. I'll tell you about something that happened last week.
Let's go.
All right. For my wife. All right. So we had this big ice storm in
Mm.
Asheville. Like, and I mean, my whole backyard looked like it was made of glass,
Oh
you
my
know?
God.
So my son comes in and
Mm.
he's like, Mama, the toilet's not working. So and I had to get to work. At that time, like I can't always, it wasn't at dinner table. This was during the day. Right. So like, Mama, the toilet ain't working.
Mm.
Well, she takes our stuff.
Mm.
And now we don't sell it directly to consumer. We sell it to business.
Mm.
And, but she has access to it. Right. So, she takes out her phone and takes an instant recording
Mm.
of what's going on. She's like, this is a toilet. I've tried this. And my wife is not handy. She's not like,
Mm.
I mean, it's just what it is. So,
Mm.
and she's taking this video and then we write a prompt. So again, imagine FaceTime and Chat GPT got together and had a baby and made it
Mm.
for the trades. All right. Now I'm
Mm.
talking about something that happened in our home, but this could have been a plumber, right?
Mm.
Because it wasn't obvious. It was
Mm.
not. And I've actually fixed toilets lots. I actually used to do a lot of maintenance around there, and I just didn't have time to go and look at it. But I knew when I've quickly looked at it, I was like, oh, that's not right. Like,
Mm.
because even the little spigot at the bottom of every toilet that lets the water through is wide open. I thought my daughter had gone in there and like turned it off. I was like, sweetheart, she's 6. Did you touch this? Did you turn it? No, daddy, I didn't. Like, what the heck? So my wife, she makes this little 30-second video and then
Mm.
writes a prompt called plumbing. It says, diagnose the toilet, help me fix
Mm.
it. So
Mm.
she's talking to it for 30 seconds. I've tried this. I don't know this. I did this. Hits the prompt.
Mm.
Lucky is our AI agent. Lucky, the reason it's a black lab is my business partner's dog died
Mm.
last year and we immortalized it as our AI agent. So that's why we have a
Wow.
black lab as our mascot. That's where it came from.
Wow. I love it.
So, but yeah, my business partner loves his dogs like he loves his kids.
Oh my gosh.
So when dog went, it's tough, really
Yeah.
tough. But
Yeah.
now Lucky's in the corner. So you click on the black lab and it gives character and life to technology. Technology can be so lifeless sometimes. Like when's the last
Mm.
time you looked at I don't know, not to knock CRMs, but they're kind of boring,
Mm.
right? It's
Yeah.
just it's like okay, on Excel spreadsheet. Anyone get excited by the beauty? No, there's nothing in there but like some numbers and stuff. So we're like,
Right.
let's put some life in there. So the dog kind of walks around, smiles at you. He's cute. So you tap on Lucky. We made a prompt called plumbing, diagnose the toilet. So
Wow.
she clicks on it.
Wow.
Out comes this report, 6-step report. I'm down here working, and I get a text from her, and the toilet is running. She's like, I fixed the toilet. And she is not handy, y'all. Not handy. And then later on, I go look at it. I'm like, show me this thing. Well, it had her heat up the room with space heaters, get her hair dryer, and like hit the wall where the pipe was because it had determined it thought that the pipe might be frozen, and it was right. And she's like saved plumber from coming over for $200. Because at first I was like, just call the plumber right now. Just get the thing fixed, because my kids need the toilet.
Yeah, dude, that is so ingenious. I would have never even thought of that. Like, honestly, like that is actually insane. Oh my goodness.
Yes, and it does it for everything. Like I was on with this couple out of Cape Cod, husband and wife combo. They do tree service. They do stuff with trees, take limbs down, take trees down, And this guy was covered in his Carhartts and his camo, like the husband. The wife, she's bubbly and nice. And I'm talking AI. He starts leaning back in a chair, crossing his arms. I'm like, oh,
Oh God.
he's definitely not digging. Like he ain't picking up what I'm putting down. All right, that's all right. That's all right. We're gonna convert you, bro. All right. So the wife, she's sweetheart. She runs outside, middle of Cape Cod. She takes a video of this huge oak tree, right? Just 30-second video. We write a prompt that says, tell me how to take the tree down, the tools I need, the timeline, the budget, give me a simple contract that can be signed, and write my CRM for me, CRM entry.
Whoa.
30-second video.
Whoa.
She didn't say much of nothing. Like, hey, here's a tree. Run the prompt. Prompt's like 40-foot oak tree. Canopy spread, 40 feet. Grind depth, this. How much wood chips you can expect. How to protect the area. It was like, hey, there's a 30-foot long fence, 6 feet tall. How to protect the fence. It goes through the timeline. Gives them a budget, Cape Cod budget. And they're like, yeah, that looks. So they start going through this, and my man who is sitting back with his arms crossed starts leaning forward a little more, leaning forward. His nose. I was like, don't put your nose on the screen, bro. And so like, he was a believer. He's like, just take my money, dude. Just take it.
Wow. I love that. That is actually funny. That is actually funny, and it's super fun.
Because it's real. It totally happened. They're using it today, every day. This just happened in January. Because I meet I still love meeting with business owners. I love it. I was on with a 20-year-old plumbing company in California. This guy, Maurice, he's been running it he's got these wonderful ladies around him. And he has a marketing guy who like introduced me to Maurice. Maurice is a sweetheart, like the sweetest guy you've ever met. Southern California guy, just older fella. And he's like, James, I'm not too tech forward now. I'm like, don't worry about it, bro. Like we made it for non-tech forward people. So Maurice and I go through it. He's blown away. He's like, my ladies have been talking about this. Like if we can just save a trip in the truck out there, this thing will change everything. He's like, I'm just gonna go ahead and buy it right now. And then we train. He's like, James, I need you to come I usually don't go to trainings, but I was like, I'm coming, man. Like I got to meet the ladies. So Carol was on there. She's like been there for 10 years, runs the joint. And now she can just send a text. The person can take a video of the plumbing problem. She sends it to her technician. Technician looks at it. Here's how much it's going to be. They drive out, get her done.
It is mind-boggling how simple that has really become right now, especially with and Lucky with that secret sauce right there. Best thing ever. And I believe it as well too, because I've seen it. I know I introduced you to Paul. Paul absolutely freaking loves it.
Yes.
Like they more than made their money back from it from the time that they got it as well too. Literally within a week. It was insane.
Yeah.
I was blown away by it, truly. So with this, I'm like, a lot of people are against AI or they're not even using AI wrong. So which now leads me to my next question with you as well too. Because it's, of course, again, lots of companies talking about AI. What do you think they get wrong? Like, how is LiveSwitch trying to use AI in a better, more helpful way, and others are just not getting it wrong?
Yeah, and keep in mind, I'm going to speak to the trades right now, okay? Because I hang out with the tradespeople, my people that live on ladders. You're my people. That's where I come from, right? So I think there's a lot of news out there. I don't know if y'all know this, but they like to put news titles out there that'll get your attention.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know, but the news is selling you. And I'm not against news, so don't hear me wrong. I'm just saying, like, there's a game to it.
Yeah.
They can scare you, They got your eyeballs. And if they get your
Yeah.
eyeballs, they're gonna put this little thing called advertising up. I don't know if you've heard this stuff because they got kids to feed too. I don't know if you knew that.
Facts.
That's just extra. So they're scaring everybody, man. They're scaring them. Like the Terminator's coming. It's real. The singularity. We're all gonna die. No one's gonna have any jobs. Are you kidding me, man? Get that out of here. So first of all, if you're scared, that's okay. We'll give you a hug. I'm sure the guy who made horseshoes was scared when he saw the Model T Ford too. He knew his job was gone.
True.
I don't know if you heard. I think the guy who did horseshoes probably went and sold hay. Or maybe he went and like took his middle work and made something else. Railroad spikes for the railroad company. I don't know.
Valid.
When the wind shifts, move your sails. I don't know why the boat's not moving. They took our wind. Bro, move the boat a little bit.
You got to adapt.
You got to adapt. Well, I'll never use AI. Okay, cool. I guess you still ride horses to work then too, don't you? They said the same thing when Steve Jobs held up the phone.
Yes.
There's nothing new under the sun, man. So first, we're scared of it. Okay. We don't like to say that though, because I'm a grown, strong man. I'm not scared of nothing. Yeah, you are. You're definitely scared.
I love that.
Come on. So let's get over that part. Or you're just like, man, I'm never using that stuff. Like you're just like I like it from a way a human does it. Okay. This is what it is, y'all. I like the Iron Man. You know, like Marvel character. There's a guy who made the Iron Suit. His name's Tony Stark. He's you ain't seen Iron Man. That movie is entertaining.
Yeah.
So the Iron, when he created the suit, it still needed Tony Stark in the suit. Because the AI ain't putting the roof up. The AI ain't going to actually turn the thing to do the blow dryer. Now, maybe we get a bunch of Optimus robots. And maybe we don't have to put our roof on anymore, or clean our toilet. You'll shift the sails, man. Move the sails. Adapt. The world's not going to stop for you. I don't know. Last time I checked, it didn't revolve around me either. Right, Kofi?
Yeah, 1,000%.
Yeah. Did Google ask you for permission to put out Gemini, or did Elon talk to you about Grok, or what about Claude? They talk about Claude with you, Kofi? No one asked you?
No one.
And what about everyone listening? They ask you? They didn't ask me either. We just adapted our company. We didn't have AI when I first got on.
Yeah.
What did? We moved our sales. In your business, are you moving the sales? Or are you complaining? Or are you worried? Are you scared? You got to put some effort in. Like when paint sprayers first came out, I'm dating myself. My guys were hand rolling, hand brushing. That's what we did. So I was like, well, I probably got to get these sprayer things that are coming out. I've never used them before, boss. Well, I don't know either. Let's just get some and play with it. First 5 houses that we used paint sprayers on, terrible. Terrible. The machine was clogging. We were spraying the roof. You don't want to spray paint on the roof. Just secret of painting if you're a painter. Don't spray the roof. That's an expensive mistake. We didn't use the shields right. Didn't place the seals well. We sucked with it. But we played with it. And you know what? By the 6th house, we finished faster, more profit margin, better quality job, and we never put the sprayers away. AI is the same thing, y'all. Play with it if you haven't started. Go to Gemini and play with it. Go to ChatGPT, play with it. Ask it what to do. Tell it what you do. How can you help me? Tell it you don't like it. I don't like you. You're trying to take my job. Why are you going to take my job like that, computer? Get your feelings out.
Oh my God.
After you get your feelings out, make it your best friend. And I use it every day. It's always open right here. I got Gemini right now. It's open. I'm looking at it right now.
Yeah.
Right now. And it helped me create a great email. I use it for recruiting. I use it for everything. It's right there to help me. It's my second brain. And I get, man, the quality of my work has gone up. I don't know. Work for me. I just move my sails. You don't have to. Just sit there with a motionless boat and complain about it. Go for it. You got time to fish now, at least.
Oh my gosh, I love that. I love that so much. I love the way you put it so well as well too, brother. Because it really is very interesting how the trades. A lot of people in the trades are so hesitant against AI, but they just do not have an idea, even just how much it can move your operations, your sales as a whole, even by just 0.5%, that is a huge increase,
Yeah.
right? So it's like with that, for example, and I know this feature as well too that you guys as well to do. You made a tool as well too for the computer, essentially, that puts LiveSwitch as well too on any website. And that really is a big deal that a lot of people are not understanding. So, and I'm wondering as well too, like, what is your big plan for that? Are people using it now? Do you know like how it's increased their sales? Um, I'm wondering, like, like just tell me a little bit about that specifically in terms of if Live Switch could now be the main way helpers and customers can talk to each other online just with that.
Yeah. Let's do a little experiment.
Oh, I
Kofi, I
love it.
think you do marketing, right? You might market for a trades company. I'll keep picking on plumbers. All right.
Yeah,
I got
I
my Super
love it.
Mario and Luigi going right now.
I
Right.
love it.
So like you do marketing for a plumbing company.
Mm,
Well, person says plumber near me in Google, right?
mm,
SEO is done well. They get an advertisement, maybe they click on it from Facebook and they
mm,
come to your plumbing company website.
mm,
What typically happens if it's 10 o'clock at night and you don't offer 24/7 coverage? What is
mm,
the customer going to do? Well, they're either going to go to the next plumbing company
mm.
or they're going to fill out this thing called get a quote. And what do
Yep.
they do with get a quote? They just tap on the keyboard and put their name, phone number, and everything else. Because that way, hopefully, you'll call them the next day, right?
Mhm.
And they want their toilet fixed.
Right.
That's how it goes. Well, now imagine there's one other little thing you can do. Person, same thing, comes to the website, fills out their information, and now there's another button. Take a video of the problem.
Mm,
So the customer, because they're all shopping on their phones these days. I'm addicted to mine. First step is admitting you have a problem. I got a problem. I'm addicted to
mm,
this dang thing. Well, they click the button, they go over, and they say, "Hey, look, this toilet's not flushing. It's not flushing." My son said, came out and said, "Toilet's not flushing." All right, there's the video. Well, I get up in the morning, I go drink my coffee as the plumber. Now I'm the
mm,
plumbing owner or the plumbing salesperson or plumbing dispatch. I see the name of the person and, oh, they got a video. I watch the video. I then say, oh, this looks kind of easy. Let me show it to my technician. Technician looks at it. Oh, yeah, I can get that done. I could be over
mm.
there, probably a couple $100 job. We'll get that thing fixed up. Run the AI on it. Well, now when I call, I don't have to, the customer doesn't have to explain what's going on. Have you ever tried to get a customer to explain what's going on? That's borderline hilarious. It's hilarious. If they knew what was going on, how to fix it, they wouldn't be calling you.
Facts.
And a lot of these folks don't even have tools in their house anymore. They just want
Exactly.
help. We love Amazon Prime. I'm guilty of
Mhm,
that too. So now when you call, you're 2 steps down the chessboard. You're easier to work with. They got to
mm,
submit the problem. Now they're getting the budget and
mm.
money. Money. Easy, convenient,
My gosh.
video, and everybody's got smartphones in their pocket. So
Yeah.
yes, we're enhancing the lead intake form
Mm,
for all our technical marketing people.
mm.
All right.
And
Enhance that sucker. And I've got customers that put videos up of it. They made their own video. The
mm,
future of moving. I had a mover put it up. It's like a happy family
mm.
lady scrolling through, put her info, hit the record button, walks around. This is going, that's going, this is going, that's going. Then they call back, give her a quote because our AI can do all the inventory. It's
Fire. My gosh.
convenient.
My gosh.
Nobody wants to wait around for you to come by and give them an estimate.
Yeah.
Do you like waiting around for someone to come give you an estimate?
No.
Nobody listening. Oh, you
Mm,
mean you don't like to have some random stranger come in your house and like tool around and try to hard sell you on something?
mm.
Oh, you don't like that? I don't like it either. I don't know. Maybe, and we're all like tradespeople, like, well, that's how that's how I make all my money. Is there any other way? I can think of one, you know. But like, am I saying you won't drive out in person anymore? No,
Mm,
you will. You will
mm,
definitely drive out for sure. But for
mm.
some of the smaller jobs and convenient stuff, those jobs you don't like driving out for because it's going to be small, but you still want the money and you still drive out anyways. You know those ones?
It's right there.
And the convenience of that for you as well as the customer? It's just convenient, man.
Yeah.
Like that's what it kind of boils down to. Like, is
Yeah.
cuts out that unproductive windshield time unless you listen to Kofi's podcast, and it's productive.
I appreciate that plug, bro. I appreciate that plug.
Smash that
Oh
like.
my god. Smash that like button, subscribe, all of that. Oh my gosh. James, you're just dropping gems. Honestly, guys, he really is. Because LiveSwitch and honestly, objective, with the first time I saw it, I was blown away. I was blown away. And now, me also actually having some clients of mine use LiveSwitch has been something short of game changing. Like, it's just insane. So right now, literally as we speak as well, too, one client of mine is also thinking about trying to put that on the website because, as James was saying, in this situation, video calls, you're able to get more conversations faster. We're living in a very different day and age now. A very different day and age. It's all about speed to lead. So in this situation, this is something where I know that this is already that big thing. And now it's about to like just go like a snowball right down the mountain, just rolling down. So, James, with this, I wonder, I'm thinking you guys have already really changed the game for emergency calls, job estimates. What's the next thing you see in the world that you think is broken and needs to be fixed?
Oh man, automation.
Interesting.
Even more convenient. Even more
Mm,
convenience. Imagine a world where, and we're almost done,
yeah.
where there's a QR code in your home,
Mm,
and you can scan it for anything you need done.
mm,
Amazon Prime has ruined us. And imagine you take a video of whatever you want, paint these walls, do this plumbing, electrical work. In comes the lead, AI reviews it. It's simple enough, actually, that AI has diagnosed it, and AI makes a phone call back to the customer. And the voices now are so good,
yeah.
you can tune it up whatever way you like. Go ahead
Mhm.
and go to 11 Labs as an example and listen to these different voices.
Yeah.
The AI agent now calls on your behalf. You haven't even touched this lead. And it says, hey, I'm calling on behalf of ABC Plumbing Company. We've looked at your issue. Looks
Mm,
like the clogged toilet. We need to send a plumber out. I'm
mm,
an AI agent. So at any
mm.
moment, if you'd like to talk to a real person, I'll patch you through. Otherwise, it's going to looks like about this much. And let's get your schedule, find a schedule, and we'll get the technician out there.
Dude,
That's
that's
sooner
what,
than you think.
yeah.
All
Yeah.
right. Now, again, you're like, well, what if, no, like the AI is also smart enough to patch when it sees bigger jobs.
Yeah.
Like we're not eliminating, we're just making sure I'm putting my sales guys on the top dollar stuff. I've got my little stuff turned. I'm being more convenient. I'm claiming the properties. Like these are the things that, you know, start to add up for convenience. You want the best customer experience,
Mm,
right? That's
mm,
what we're after is that
dude.
convenience. Amazon Prime, and it's no different for the trades.
Mm,
No different. The expectations of customers, if they got money and they want to spend, if you're a roofing company,
mm,
5 figures or more,
mm.
you're even more on the hook.
Yeah.
I better
Dude.
be getting a Ritz Carlton for that. I mean, not every day I spend 5 figures or more on my house,
Yeah.
you
Exactly.
know? And sometimes we phone it in as roofers. We're like, "Oh, I just show up and get the job." Like, no, man.
Mm.
You're gonna, yeah. But hey, that's what something to think about.
Dude, that is speaking my language right there. Speaking my language right there, that's for sure. And I'm definitely gonna chop it up with you a lot more about that because yeah, that is definitely a big thing and a lot of things that people are even doing today. And I know that is making huge waves in that
Yeah,
aspect.
and I got way more. I'll just
Oh,
keep that for. I just that's the next time.
that's for next time. I like that.
Next
I
time.
like
To be continued.
that. To be continued. I love that. I
Every
love
great,
that.
thing needs a trilogy. You can't stop at 2.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my gosh. I love that. Let's go. Okay. Okay. My second to last question for you here, James, because I want to respect your time. In 10 years, when you look back at this time, what do you hope people will remember? Like the cool tools you built, the companies that you've helped, or the happy team you've created? What is that legacy that you're trying to leave behind with LiveSwitch and the team that you guys have over there?
I don't wanna be remembered. I don't want to. Don't worry about me.
Whoa.
Don't worry about me. I mean, I'm here to help other people get what they want, help take care of businesses, help my people I'm hiring right now, and I'm hiring a good bit of people. letting them put food on the table for their families, letting them grow their careers, getting out of their way, letting them get their chance. I've already had my chance, and I'm not, you asked about getting famous. That's not my goal, and I
Mm,
don't need to have my name in lights. I'm not trying to be that. I just wanna serve quietly with my hands, so I have something to share, and then just kinda, you know, I don't need to be remembered, you know? Um,
mm,
I don't race to the top, Kofi. I race to the
mm.
bottom. It's a much easier way to go. I don't have a title. I don't need a title. Like, I'm just you'll find me, you know, going downstream. You can go upstream.
Man,
I got enough I've
brother.
done enough of that. I got enough
Wow.
gray hairs from that, and
Wow.
that's a chasing after the wind, and I'm not
Mm,
interested in that, and so, um, I just be nice to my kids remember me, but even at that, I want them to be givers, not takers, so, like,
mm.
I want them to go and give, and then they can serve quietly and then, pass that along, because life goes by in a blink, man. I'm not even guaranteed tomorrow, so,
Wow.
my what I value and what I have and what I want and what I chase is not bigger boats.
Wow. Brother. As always expected that type of answer from you, James. Really am. Okay. Okay. With that being said, then, as promised, we've talked about a lot of great things, but we learn the most when we make mistakes. So, as I promised the viewers before, here's my last question. What is the biggest mistake you've made in the last year? And what was the hardest lesson that you had to learn from that?
Yeah, um, I get excited about stuff
Mm,
and wanna move really fast. I like to move fast.
yeah.
I like to be the fastest. I have goals of being the fastest growing company in the country. Number
Mm,
1, not number 2, number 1. I have
mm,
I'm competitive, okay?
mm, mm,
There's a different kind of pride going on, like, this competition, man, it's fun, like, you wanna play chess? Let's go for it. You wanna play ball? Let's go for it, like, I'm ready to go,
mm,
and it's fun for me. It's
mm,
fun. It's
mm,
fun to go fast. It's fun to
mm,
build, like, I find fun in that.
mm.
But when you go fast, sometimes you break things
Yeah.
or you make quick decision.
Yeah.
And so I thought I could use a playbook from my last company on, certain type of um, persona for a
Mm,
hire, and I went all in on it. I was like, "Let's go." It was not the right persona, and things change as you get older, as the decades go by. Things that worked 20 years ago don't work the same. Like, oh man, and it didn't work. I used the same persona of the
mm.
same kind of person, and that persona has changed over the years.
Wow.
And I just assumed like that persona would be successful,
Mm,
right? I want success for my people, my team,
mm,
the people I
mm,
serve. I want to put people in positions that they can be successful. Like
mm.
I don't want to put someone in a position where they're going to fail. That's just cruel.
Yeah.
And so I was wrong, dead
Mm,
wrong. And I don't know if when you're hiring for your company, like if you get the wrong hire or the wrong,
mm,
just to get a person in to grow your company,
mm,
taking the time to find the right persona for the right job in the company is very important. Putting in
mm,
the people wrong it's not wrong people aren't wrong. People
mhm,
aren't bad, you know what I mean?
mhm,
It's like I put the wrong type of person in a position at
mm,
scale. Not just
mm,
1 and messed up, but like 40 and messed up,
mm,
And that was that was on me.
mm,
That's on me. That's not on them. That's on me. And so I had to hit the books again. We reconfigured everything. I
mm,
put a new leader in place instead of myself.
mm. Wow.
Sometimes you got to get out the way
Wow.
and let other people lead
Mm,
in certain areas of the company. And they've
mm,
done a great job. And we have a
mm.
new persona and it's kicking serious tail. And I am actively recruiting that persona. That's what I do. My job changes all the time. I do all kinds of stuff. So I'm recruiting for that persona for that leader to help her be super successful.
Wow.
Because when you race to the bottom, you never know what good jobs you get. I've had like 50 different things I've done here, and that's fine. I'm good with that.
Mm.
Um, so yeah, that's humbling.
Dude, brother, that is definitely humbling. It's definitely every single time we talk, I feel like I'm always getting a new level of humility lesson from you every single time. And it's not easy. A lot of people are not able to essentially find out that they are the issue, or they are the constraint, and remove themselves to replace themselves with somebody else, especially if they had success before. So that is definitely a humbling experience.
Yeah.
Good.
Removing yourself is really difficult. And when you have the power to say, no, I'm staying,
Yeah.
but like redundancy is everything I'm about. I hand off my roles. I never get cozy. I'm in a role for a reason, for a season, and then I'm gone. Because if we're scaling at fast speed,
Mm.
I've got to go and make the role, find the leader, put the leader in charge, and then go build, 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 So, and put people to work, man. And then that's the magic sauce. Get to work on the business rather than in the business.
On the business rather than in it.
It's hard to do,
Oh,
man. You got to fire yourself.
which is like the hardest thing to do, but it's like you're always, James, always dropping $1 billion secrets and sauce. Always. Brother, man, thank you so much for being on this podcast. Generally, this has been absolutely monumental. I think this has even gone even way better than the previous one that we had. Guys, again, if you haven't watched our previous one, you got to check it out. If you haven't tapped in with LiveSwitch, if you're into trades, heck, if you're in any type of business that you need to give a quote or any type of estimate to a customer, you want to give them that real, lovely speed to lead experience, especially having AI to be your helper throughout. Book a call. We're going to be having the link to book a call with James. You will be speaking directly with James. He's making that commitment to you. You'll be speaking with him, book a call, and have a conversation with him. I promise you, it is not as expensive as you think it is at all, in any type of way. Very inexpensive, and it is worthwhile. James, any last words for the viewers before we sign off here?
Do me a favor.
Mm.
You don't have to share this episode,
Mm.
but share an episode from Kofi. If you listen to this, don't be a dead end.
Mm.
You're a dead end if you just listen and don't do anything.
Mm.
Kofi ain't making millions from this
Mm.
at all.
No.
Not at all.
Nope.
But you know what? If you share any one of his episodes through one of your channels,
Mm.
somebody will benefit
Mm.
and you'll have given back. It can be that easy. But we'll see. I hope you do it. You might not. We're all busy and we don't need the next thing. But I'm just asking you, even if you don't reach out to me, like do me a favor. Don't even do me a favor. Do your industry a favor. Do yourself a favor and share. And share this. So yeah,
Share.
that's what I'm gonna end on.
I love it, brother. Once again, thank you so much, guys. Thank you for tuning in to another episode with Coffee with Kofi. We'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.